It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the New York Giants and the Green Bay Packers. The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
Take it in at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
So this matchup, the second of 3 games in London this year. Vikings and Saints were here last week. And then the Broncos and Jags, they'll be at Wembley at the end of the month. Plus this year, remember, a 4th European game, our first one ever in Munich, Germany. That'll be the Bucs and the Seahawks November 13th.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
Returnable for Watson.
62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll be out right at the 35. Yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The Packers at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. 20, 10, and into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now Ryan on 2nd down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. This defense for the Packers, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they were
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Devondre Campbell, nice play to get in there and drop him. Jamie Gillen now on to punt.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
Here's Watson. A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Rodgers now to throw.
That's going to be caught downfield by Lazard.
Touchdown, Packers! Alan Lazard, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Packers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They go play action now. Ryan.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Adrian Amos with a pick. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. The struggles continue here offensively. Still nothing for him on the scoreboard, and now an interception.
Yeah, the offense looks extremely sluggish, not really in sync at all. Dare I say, it looks like it got left behind in customs.
Oh, you've had that in your back pocket. You were waiting for that.
Probably should have left it in my back pocket, too.
Well played. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Rodgers.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Able to find Lazard. Twisting away. A solid stiff arm. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now Rodgers.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Giants are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Ryan. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. On to punt, Jamie Gillen. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And take it right on the 30.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. An inside give to Jones. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. On play action, Rodgers. Got a man, that's Lazard. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
So not the most convincing of kicks, but he got it to go.
Yeah, from a short distance, you expect a little bit more out of that kick, but the bottom line is what?
3 points.
3 points. Doesn't matter how it looked. It still counts the same.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but well, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Meanwhile, Ryan's throw caught by Tony.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go counter with Breida. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Ryan on the move to his left.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Here's Ryan to throw.
As this complete to Daniel Bellinger.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2.
Touchdown, Giants! Jared Cook scoring a touchdown against his former mates.
And the Giants are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
Gano the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 17-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with a 17-7 lead, maybe they're just looking to get into the locker room. Rodgers now on first down. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Greedy Williams picks it off. And they are going to have a first down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And he'll go underneath here to Breida. And the Giants are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On first down, here's Breida. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. They go again with Brightwell. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Gary Brightwell
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Giants are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Fields this way up at the 17.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Final shot before half for Rodgers.
He has it complete to Christian Watson.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half.
Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
And some space here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
On second down, it's Jones. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Hey, take 26. Go to 50, and you block over here.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. The kick by Crosby is good, and they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. They'll begin the drive with Breida. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They run again with Breida. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. They go play action with Ryan. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And the defense coming through on third down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. 54-yard punt, 14 on the return, nets him 40. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now it's Ryan. Trying to lay one up deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Play action, Ryan. And that's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
On second down, a run with Breida. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal.
So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On the keeper, here's Ryan. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Matt Ryan, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Giants' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll find Jones again, complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now Rodgers. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 47. From the shotgun, again to Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again to Jones. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Now it's Rodgers. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 21. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. He's a little too aggressive there from his Mike linebacker spot.
Sometimes you jump into gaps trying to draw them off sides. This time he tricked himself.
Here's Jones again on second down.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right, you look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So a big spot now for Crosby, but he's been here before. This for the lead in the final stages. The kick by Crosby is good, and they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Here's Ryan. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now Ryan. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Ryan to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. Touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Giants have taken a fourth quarter lead.
Gano the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
This one taken just inside the 10.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown. They had just lost the lead. That deficit sure didn't take long to erase. They return the ensuing kickoff for a touchdown.
Love the thunderbolt that just came out of that one that puts them in the end zone and back in the lead. Your only question, your defense just gave up a score that puts you behind. Well, that score you just added on the board will energize them, or do they have to go back out there and they're a tired unit? We'll soon see.
Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again.
On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers have just about sewn up this football game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Again, it's Jones. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Back to throw, Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. And when you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Rodgers throwing here.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Rodgers to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. Well, Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb. One side lost this game because they turned the ball over 4 times, and that was just too much for them to overcome.
And that number might as well be in neon because you're exactly right. It just jumps up from the stat sheet. Your eyes go right to it. And with that many turnovers, they really played themselves out of this game. Too careless with the football too many times. That cost them the victory.
So for Green Bay, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town.